Initial thoughts, what are you saying? Just got off Turtles. I mean, I think there was problems with it, but I think most of it was decent. Superfly was sick. I think Raph was my favourite out of four of them. Mikey was pretty decent. Donnie was annoying. Yeah, Donnie and Leo was disappointing.
Oh, why? Not my boy Leo. You ruined him, bro.
Yo, guys, I'm going to back on the event. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a movie review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Now, I gotta say, this was a very, very frustrating film. I got very angry. A lot during some parts were good, some parts were just really irritating. There was a lot of cringy parts in there. There was a lot of just, the humour just didn't land. There was a lot of good humour for the most part. There was good humour. I did laugh. I did get angry. Actually, one point there was chills. I did get chills right near the end. I got chills once. But yeah, it was all over the place, to be honest with you. Because it was an origin story, so they had to start and do like a beginning type thing. So you have a lot of my favourite characters just getting all completely ruined in this film. Like, I don't know what they were thinking in the studio doing this, but they just ruined some really good characters. Like Baxter Stockman, yeah. He's one of the OGs, bro. Like, he's such a badass villain. My man died. Like, what? He had a son called Superbug. You know, he was probably the best part of the whole film was Ice Cube. I forgot his name. Superfly, not Superbug. Superfly. He was the best part of the entire film. He was such a good villain. Really enjoyed him. Right, and then you got to the 4 Ninja Turtles, yeah? Okay, so they got 2 of them right, and then 2 of them were complete ass. So Raphael was the best Ninja Turtle through the whole entire film. He was badass, funny. He was just on point. He was angry. He was the best. They nailed Raph perfectly in this film, right? Donatello, he was trash. For the most part, he was... Like, his voice really annoyed me. It was so high-pitched. I get that the teenagers and all that, but I just couldn't stand him. Every time he talked, annoyed me. And, like, he had some badass parts, yeah, with the fighting. Every time he speak, he was annoying. And it was, like, his cool do accent voice. It was just, nah. He did... Some parts he was alright when he had some clever thinking in it, trying to, you know, with Superfly, telling him, oh yeah, we'll just ride the van and shit, and then we'll do this with the other guys. He has some cool, clever lines with the other villains. That's all he did, man. Cool shots here and there. Michelangelo, my favourite Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo. He really didn't even do much in this film, I'm not lying. He didn't have, like, major big scenes. Like, he was in there. He was just in there, to be fair. He wasn't doing much, I don't think. He was funny, but he wasn't, like, proper funny, though, like how he's supposed to be. Like, he did have some good jokes here and there. I wish he was on the skateboard. Like, he used his skateboard. He didn't really use it. The other Gator guy was using the skateboard all the time. I wish Mikey used his proper skateboard. Now, that would have been wicked. Mikey's got braces as well. They could have done Mikey better, though. He was alright, though. Like, Raph was number 1, Mikey number 2, Donnie number 3, and the worst one of all, Leo. Leo is one of my favourites, bro. He's like my second favourite Ninja Turtle. And they messed up Leo, bro, so badly. So badly. The only good part about Leo, yeah, is his fighting was really good. But other than that, every time he's on screen, yeah, you know, I do respect... He's okay, alright. He's not as bad as I'm saying, but, like, his relationship to Master Splinter was pretty good. Respects his dad and everything, so I respect that, and he's the leader. The thing with April, man, what they're doing, man? What are they doing? They're so dumb. Why are they doing this stupid... It's supposed to be Donnie and April having, like, a love relationship crap. That is the worst storyline ever. That always pisses me off. But the fact that you took one of the badass characters like Leo, bro, what are you doing making him freaking in love with April? You know how dumb that is? It makes his character so shit. Like, so unbelievably shit. It pissed me off so much. I couldn't stand it. Every time he was like, you know, oh, this is a date, right? Yeah, no, this is a date. No, it's not. Bro, what are you doing? You're the leader, man, and he's doing this dumbass... Oh, I can't believe it. When I first sat in the theatre and then when they're on the rooftop and he's doing all the lovely eyes, Looney Tunes crap, I was like, no, why? Not to my boy Leo. You ruined him, bro. Yeah, he had to be, like, the worst, man. When he's not with April, like, he was badass, though, I can't lie. When he was fighting, I liked him then. But the little hero speech he had at the end of being a leader, that was cool as well. But, yeah, man, it's just... This movie was so frustrating, you know? And they changed the origins again for like the 7th millionth time. I don't know what happened, but the proper origins, the wicked one, is where Master Splinter is actually a human and he gets changed into a rat. I like that one. They changed it in this one and had this man an actual rat. But I think I was okay with that change. It kind of annoyed me a little bit, but, you know, I was okay with it. It was all right. You know, they had the mutagen. They drink that, and then, you know, it shows the backstory. That was all cool. It did drag on a bit. I can't lie. The whole opening bit, it felt a bit long. The pacing was a bit slow at the beginning. But you know what I did like? Every little cool scene with the turtles doing the action stuff. Every action scene with the turtles is so good. It's fire. It's on point. I loved it. Every little bit of them whilst music is playing and you see the montages was fire. How you got the cool transitions, how they're fighting off the 4 different like evil thugs at the beginning trying to find out who Superfly is. That whole part, that was amazing. I really like that. I don't know, really like the first fight that they had in that little garage thing with the turtles. The first ever fight, that was amazing. That was really well done. It was proper. I love that part. Now you got Master Splinter. Yeah, Master Splinter is also, I love Master Splinter, and Jackie Chan was doing the voice and he matched it. He was perfect. Yeah, I was going to say the best character in the film would have been Master Splinter, but they messed it. They messed it right at the end. Why is he just doing this snoggy crap with some ugly ass bug? Like, what is that bullshit? Like, that does not happen in any comic, anything. That was so bad. They shouldn't have done that, bro. That just pissed me off. I was nearly going to say F words in the bloody cinema. I was going to scream out. That really, I think I did say F off in there. I can't lie to you at one point because it did generally piss me off. I was like, you know what I mean? I don't want to say it, but yeah, I did shout out the F-bomb when I saw them snogging at the end because I could not stand it. It was so... Why? Splinter was perfect. He was like that fight scene, I was like, bro, Splinter's old as hell. How is he going to fight all these guys? My bro. When they were like getting the milk machine or whatever and they were like, you know, in there, I quite like how like the story's like, yo, you're going to get milk. And then they actually got milked, which is funny. That fight was so good with Splinter, kicking all of their ass. So wicked as well. The chair, freaking... And then he gets all their weapons, all 4 of the weapons. Yo, that... Bro, I think that's my favourite scene in the whole film. That was so clean. How he uses all 4 of them so nice. Like, Splinter is that guy, bro. That's what I was saying. He was so good, and then they messed him up. Right at the end, they messed him up, man. At the end, I wasn't liking it, man. I'm frustrated. Like, I like the film, but it's frustrating, you know? It's very frustrating film, generally. Superfly, best character, generally. Like, even that start scene... We see him grab the freaking massive caravan thing and then he just kills them. And he'd be killing humans. Then they say, bro, when he kills them, he kills them. He's badass, bro. He's lovely. He's such a sick villain. Even that very start scene when you see him as a little kid, like fighting them all off, that was badass as well. And TCRI's in there. He's doing his dumbass shit. TCRI. I don't know. Was TCRI the lady? I can't remember if it was the lady or something because... There was 2 villains, that lady and Superfly. That lady, she didn't really do much. She was just another antagonist in it. It sets up like a sequel. And let me tell you, that post-credit scene was so good. I jumped out my seat for that. When I saw Shredder, I was like, yo, let's go. Because now you got to get serious. When you got Shredder in it, yeah, you got to go dark and you got to go serious, bro. All right, so let's move on to Bebop and Rocksteady. So them 2, I was very looking forward to see. Them 2 characters are the OGs. And I think that for the most part, 80% of the time, they were really good. Very enjoyable to watch on screen. Very funny. I like their interactions with Raphael. I thought that was pretty sick. Because they're all angry all the time. They're like, I don't know why I'm so angry. And then they're just angry as shit. It was really good chemistry with them lot. I love the bit with Rocksteady when he fights Superfly at the end. Bro, he was going at it, bro. He was going at it. I respect that. And then obviously Superfly was kicking all of their asses. But here's the thing though. I think Superfly, Rocksteady and Bebop, those 3 should have been like the villains, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, Rocksteady and Bebop, they're really villains, you know what I mean. They should have stayed as villains throughout the whole thing. But for the story purposes, it makes sense. I know you got all of them because they got bonds with all the turtles in it. That's why they're chilling. But I think them 2 should have stayed with Superfly to be evil. But... with the movie of how it works, I get why they've done it. So I'm not mad at it. But the other guys, Leatherhead, they messed him up so badly. They made Leatherhead a retard. Leatherhead is supposed to be a massive crocodile, big, badass Donnie. He was absolutely shocking in this one. And they ruined Leatherhead so badly. And the other ones, I don't really give a shit about. The little bat and the freaking... Gecko was alright. He was cool with Mikey, so I liked him. But the other 2 weirdos, I don't really give a shit about. The very first time we see the turtles, they do the OG pose. And it's like, they got the white eyes. And they got the angry ass turtle faces. That shot was so badass. I really like that they did that. Finale. What the hell was that, man? So you had this really cool moment of like Superfly talking to Master Splinter saying, yo, we're basically the same, man. Because I like how they did that though. Like Master Splinter with his 4 boys, you know, he's just wanted them to be safe. That's why he never lets them out to the world. And Superfly with his Donnies, he's just trying to make them safe and want them to live in a better world because obviously the humans don't respect him in that. So like they're basically like very similar characters, which I really like that. And at the end, he's like, yo, Giant Rat, just help me out, dude. You know what I mean? We're basically the same, you know. And then my man, Master Splinter, just comes in like a flying kick, sends him down to the freaking sewers or something. Then this guy, okay, at this point of the film, I was like, bruh, can this just be over now? This man turned into Godzilla, bro. I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's a lot of Godzilla references. They got really funny references when he's chucking cars. He's like, oh man, that's just a Prius. It's all right. That shit was funny as hell that when they said that. That was pretty funny, but it's just pointless. Like, there was no point of doing a massive Godzilla thing. The turtles can't even fight that properly, and it just becomes a dead fight and dead scene, really. There's no point. You could have made Superfly big, yeah, but not that bloody big. Made him freaking Godzilla, you know what I mean? Like that, they shouldn't have done that. It would have been miles better just to see Superfly just fight the 4 of them. That would have been so much cooler. They did that in the van, but this fight was so short that it didn't really last long. We moved, they got the Godzilla, and then they got some kind of mutagen thing that saves them. And they realised they're all freaks, and then, what's it called? April O'Neil pukes again. Puke girl, we got... Oh, she's just a dumbass, honestly. She's the dumbass. But the report thing, that bit was alright. And then, the part where I got chills at was when the humans came together, when that guy came, chucked it with the taxi came through and was passing it to guys on the skateboard. I don't know why. Legit, I got chills with just seeing the humans help the turtles out, bro. That's crazy, that is. I got chills from that. It wasn't even the turtles doing shit. It wasn't even the freaking villains. It was the freaking humans just helping them. That's when I actually really like that moment. Yeah, and then they're saving him, and then obviously they'd use the blue thing to like get rid of the horses on the bottom and shit, and then the big whale, and then turn them all normal, and then yeah, save the day, and that's basically the end of the film. And then post-credit scene shredder. I'm happy with that. Let's go. Second one's gonna be miles better than the first one. This first one, what I would rate it out of 10. I gotta give it a 5. I gotta give it a 5 out of 10, man. Like, I like it, but there's just so many frustrating parts in it, problems. Yeah, it's just like not a movie I would recommend my friends going to. I had to legit do this. I rang up 10 of my mates, yeah. Like, yo, we're watching Transformers tomorrow. Who's coming? I rang 10, bro. And finally, my last guy came with me. No one gave a shit about this one. It is what it is, man. This ends this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Say a bit peace.